Brought Yahweh, brought Yahweh Shah, brought Yahweh, brought Yahweh Shah, brought Yahweh, brought Yahweh Shah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Karakadash. All praises, honor, glory, love, respect, and faith, and power, and trust, and all credit to my Heavenly Father, Yahweh, my Heavenly Big Brother, Yahweh Shah. Thank you so much for what you've done, what you're doing, and what you're going to do. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone, or GMS Great Millstone, who I learned from, and all the men scattered all over the world teaching and preaching the truth and nothing but the truth in the name and in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shah, trying to put this spiritual bug in you Hebrew Israelites' ears, and to you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you speckled birds, or either Israelite foreigners, Israelites that look like Hebrew Israelites that look like so-called white people, Chinese people, um, other heathen nations, etc., etc. Yeah, trying to warn y'all to this ain't the time to play around. You better seek Yahweh by Shema Shah. Whoa, was it? I'll just pause for a second while I was giving out honors and praise. What's it say? Largest wildfire in the state was set by the government. Was set by the government. Really? It says two prescription burn got out of control, becoming New Mexico's largest record wildfire. Despite the backlash, experts say it's necessary to thin forest in the origin. Really? So they purposely did this shit, So that just lets you know, prime for destruction. See, this lets you know who's behind all this shit and who's running the government. Esau Edom, so-called white man, but he ain't white. He's red all over, and these devils are responsible for all this shit. And what's been destroyed? People homes and shit. It look like a landfill, trash. I don't know. Yeah, but I ain't even gonna get into this massive New Mexico wildfire. I remember I did say I wanted to check out, see what's going on with a wildfire blamed on miscalculations. No, they ain't miscalculations. They purposely burned that shit down and made a big disaster. Talking about miscalculations, my ass. They did that on purpose. Well, either way it goes, if it was miscalculation, it wasn't miscalculation. Y'all niggas was burning out. But why would y'all set the damn shit on fire? People wasn't purposely, Israelites weren't purposely burning out the damn forest just to do it for the hell of it. Shit. Until you niggas got in power, then y'all just doing it for the hell of it. But anyway, man, this is some shit, man. We gotta get out of here. For you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and you speckled birds, that's what I'm saying, man. We gotta get the hell out of here. You gotta get the hell out, man. And his two kids hurt or killed, and his two kids hurt. Tree fell on their ass. You know what that is? Judgment. The hell? What's this big deal about Power Rangers? I have to check that out, man. I haven't seen that show since the 90s. But anyway, let's get to some news today. Like once again, all my videos I just shoot from the hip, you know. So I ain't even gonna talk about that. We already know Ukraine is nothing but a joke. Few crisis imminent. There's just what is his name? Prepper mindset or prepper, not prepper. What's his name? The prepared mind.
This is your captain. Our mission to seek out new lines.
Well, Prepper. Looks like we were right.
Folks, it's Bidenomics. It is destroy the economy. How can it be anything but intentional? How is it possible that they're doing this? I really believe that, no, the oil companies are not innocent in this. I knew it.
All right, I'm not gonna go through all this. Let's see if we can find something else. Now I checked this video out, but I thought it was real, but it seemed like it's probably not what you think it is. I'm gonna play it.
Okay, so I'm in Walmart right now and shit's getting real. Check this out. They're throwing everything away.
And I don't know if they really throwing this stuff out, cause I'm hearing other stuff about but you know, it is something is happening.
Caution tape on everything. They're not letting us take anything. Cheese sections, yogurt section. Everything is done. Look at this. Apparently all this is bad. It's tainted.
I don't know. They said about remodeling, but I don't know. Yeah, cause I heard one video somebody talking about. I think this particular video has been in circulation, but still, it's gonna be a famine though, regardless.
Apparently.
And the reason, and it's gonna be a famine, cause the Lord say so. Let's get to a scripture. Get back to this.
Look at this. They don't want us taking none of this. And the crazy thing is, I spoke to the manager, and the manager told me that this isn't the only store. There's 4 other local stores that are exactly the same. This is madness.
So, Professor, would you say it's time for everyone to panic? Yes, I would, Kent. Hordes of panicky people seem to be evacuating the town for some unknown reason. Professor, without knowing precisely what the danger is, would you say it's time for our viewers to crack each other's heads open and feast on the goo inside? Yes, I would, Kent.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not sure, but it's happening. You know, certain things are happening, especially with like thousands of cattle from Sudan. I don't know whatever other places in the world, but in Sudan, like 15,000 sheep drowned in a was it a livestock boat? Um, and all those the cattle, them cows, they got thousands of them just died mysteriously. But you know, it wasn't mysterious mystery because you know who did it. Yahweh Bashim Shah to punish the wicked. Yep, from 2/3 to these heathens, and then and shit, they gonna feel it when it gets done when it happens. Let's see, Ezekiel chapter 5 verse 16. When I shall send, hold on. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. Yep. Let's get to another video. Let's see. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Stop it. Let's see. We're moving to digital currency. Oh, no shit.
The truth about Herschel Walker's Veterans Program?
It isn't actually a charity at all.
Prosecutors say the group pushed veterans into mental health facilities just to collect the insurance money. They preyed on veterans, and Herschel Walker made hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Who cares?
Life gets bigger when you break from the
There's a
herd.
sheep.
The Volkswagen Tiguan. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today to learn more about the versatile 2022 Tiguan. Limited inventory available.
Hey, what's up guys? John here. Jerome Powell, I think, made the most important statement in the history of America just the other day. You know, we've become very comfortable and accustomed to holding paper dollars. Some would say, oh, well, I use credit cards, and me too, but I like the idea of having both options. If I want to do a transaction in cash, I should be able to do it. But now what's happening is we're rolling into this new central bank digital currency. And, you know, 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, people would think that's crazy and just tinfoil hat and it's not happening. But now, Jerome Powell came out and said, no, this is happening and it's going to be happening in 2023. And we look at what does this mean for us, right? We look at what happened in China.
Yo, earlier today, I was talking to this one Jake. I was cutting these folks' yard, and he asked me if I can cut his yard. So I really didn't want to, but I said, okay, I will. So I started talking to him about who we are, or who you are, and or who he is, and this and that, but I didn't think he'd take it in anyway. But I still kept on talking to him, explaining him about talking to him about Yahweh Bashem Abashah and the chariots, the angels, and what's gonna happen. Not take that RFID CHIP implant. And he said, "Oh no, I don't know what he said the MOTB is, but now since you told me, I guess I know what it is now." Well, I hope he knows, but either way it goes, this ain't for everybody. I just want to throw that out there because, you know, I don't know. I just feel like bringing that out there because since he talking about digital currency. But anyway, back to the video.
Rolled out a central bank digital currency, and when they rolled out this currency, all they simply said was, "We're going to take care of your laundry." And I think they offered $30 or $50, and millions of people signed up for it. Like, a lot of people were very, very anxious to get this central bank digital currency. Now, if you look at the financial position most Americans are in right now, high gas prices, right? High cost of living, everything is inflationary. If they offered a central bank digital currency deposit of, say, $100 or $500 or $300, how many people in America would sign up for it? Out of a population of 330 million, you have about 220 million above the age of 18. I would bet probably a good chunk of them, 20-30% of the population, ballpark, would probably gladly sign up and take that free money, right? And so as this continues to roll out and we step into more financial hardship, I think we could see a situation in which people demand a solution, and the solution is likely going to be the central bank digital currency. Now, let me share this video with you of Jerome Powell, and then we'll talk a little bit more about what this looks like in terms of a global economic.
Now, I ain't gonna play this video too long. I'll just show you this. If you're not familiar with this guy channel, here you go right here. To go to the name of the channel. I mean the name of the channel right here. But here goes the name of the title of the video. Anyway, I'm just playing bits and pieces of videos just to make one complete video. But anyway, with all this digital currency stuff, and in 2023, shoot, I believe they want to try to roll this out even sooner. It's gonna be 2022, somewhere around the fall, maybe the winter of 2022, till it rolls into 2023. But anyway, let's get to. Let me skip some stuff.
Happening overseas, you look at, Russia, India, China, Saudi Arabia, all trying to do deals outside the dollar. They're doing this for a reason, right? Yeah. They saw what we've done to Russia, all these new regulations, current state of the world, but also how the global financial system might evolve over the next 5 to 10 years. Not might, will evolve over the next 5 to 10 years. They're not taking chances on anything. They know.
And we won't have 5, 10 years. I hope and pray, Lord, please. Just if we got to go just 1 year, please, 1 year. But I don't want to go no 5 or 10, because we'll be dead, man. Everything will be dead. All life will be dead on this planet. Even the wicked elite, Esau, Edom, and all these other nations, they'll be dead too. Shit, they'll kill everything, 'cause they're like viruses, man. Just off in the head. Viruses. Shit. Just consuming till there's no host anymore, you know? But anyway, let's get to scripture, Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small, great, rich, and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. He is wisdom. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603,666. And it's that RFID CHIP implant, the MOTB. This. Then when I say MOTB, that's what it stands for. MOTB CHIP. This word. When it comes to the RFID, you should know what that is. Look all that up, and you'll bam, that's it right there. So let's move on to another video, because I got a lot of videos I want to put up on here. Let me see. They talking about shooting at Washington, D.C., 15-year-old gun down. Never he was the shooter. I'm like, anyway, how he get
The
access
United
to a gun?
States has witnessed over 250 mass shootouts this year. In yet another incident of gun crime on the streets of America, more than one incident of shootings have been reported in Washington in the last 24 hours. A 15-year-old boy was shot dead, while 3 others, including one police officer, was injured during the unpermitted Juneteenth music concert called Mochella. Now, police have confirmed that they have recovered a number of illegal firearms and more than one incident of
Also, okay, I thought he said a 15-year-old. I don't know, is the gunman or somebody who was a gunman. They just shot at some people. Yeah, but you know, Esau Edom is let me go and finish up what they saying.
violence has been registered. Now, the injured have been moved to hospital. The Metropolitan Police Department has confirmed that the injured are stable and that the police have now launched a preliminary investigation into the incident.
Several individuals were shot, to include a police officer. So right now we had 3 civilian persons that were shot, 2 adults, 1 juvenile, and then 1 police officer who was shot. The police officer is recovering from an area hospital. 2 of the victims are also recovering at an area hospital. 1 victim at this point, a juvenile victim, it appears that that juvenile is deceased at this point.
In a separate incident, a girl.
But who was the shooter? Was it a 15-year-old? I don't know. I mean, was this somebody they haven't apprehended yet? Anyway.
Age 16 years old, was shot on Sunday evening in the southeastern part of Washington.
But you know, you Israelites all that celebrating that Juneteenth shit, and that's what that shit. That's for you niggas, man. You niggas thinking, you black niggas thinking that now it's funny, but all the shit I'm saying about my ignorant ass people, I don't get no strike about hate speech. But when it comes to talking about the ABC people, oh, it's hate speech all over. If I talk about the ish people, it's hate speech all over. When I'm talking bad about my own people, oh, it's all good, buddy. It's all good. Even the Latinos, I talk bad about them niggas, it's all good. Ain't that some shit? It's just like playing like YouTube playing all this raunchy ass hip hop bullshit and bitches shaking their butts. If it's Israelites, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? You talk about all this hate, 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 but when we calling out the wicked, oh no, you can't do that. Oh no, you can't do that. It's okay to talk bad and you know, play these rap music videos and talk about showing my own people with guns and talking about killing their own people and fucking this bitch and that bitch. But then, you know, you don't get a strike. They don't try to cancel that shit either. All this cancel culture shit. They don't try to cancel that shit. Nope. But anyway, let's get back to the video.
Washington. The shooting occurred in a residential area near the border with the U.S. state of Maryland. America has been witnessing an immense uptick in gun violence over the past couple of months in what is being described as an epidemic.
Shit, this country was founded by violence. You know who came in this bitch bringing violence? They had that sword. The Lord blessed him with that sword. And he came in here and took that shit and raping, robbing, and pillaging. A lot of these, nothing but a lot of these red ass devils. Every single one of them, even including that Ish nigga, the Ish people. Hell, they the ones who own the slave ships. They're the ones who had them slave auctions. Shit. Hell, they got Gad and Reuben, the so-called Native Indians, and then the Latinos. They destroyed them folks. And now they all believe in Serapis Christus and Jesus, that faggoty nigga. Shit. Let me keep my mouth low, cause you know, saying the F word, because fag, you know, cause they'll call shit hate speech. Still a fag anyway. I don't think. Well, I've been on my other channel. I had one video. They put me in YouTube jail, so that's. But they ain't did shit in this channel yet. But let's see. Let me find it. Okay, here we go.
Epidemic of gun violence. According to data by the Gun Violence
With all that gun violence, that's judgment, man. Shoot, that's judgment right there, baby. Shit, these people ain't acting on their own will. The Lord put the spirit on these people to act out on these stuff. You know? Let's get to what is this? Let's see. Ecclesiasticus chapter 39, verse 28. There'll be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on short strokes in the time of destruction. They pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Yeah, man, that's Yahweh by Shem Shah. He created, or Yahweh created these spirits, and Yahweh Shah created spirits too. But they created spirits. I just bring up both of them because I don't want to leave one, one of them out. I want to call out both of them. I want to call both of their names out. But yeah, they created spirits to bring wrath on the wicked.
Archive, more than 19,000 people were killed in gun shootings this year.
19,000? That's worldwide or that in the United States? Yeah, it'll be United States. But I'm like 19,000, but how many people got killed with stabbings? Knife stabbings, baseball bats, hammer, blunt objects. More than gun shootings. You know that shit. More than gun violence. All they want to do is disarm uh the Americans or the Babylonians. And of course, once you do that, shit, or they gonna try to do that, but it's gonna cause an uproar. But it's another scripture I want to read. Let me see, because you people here, I mean, spirits of vengeance, and the love of man is gonna wax cold. Let's get to that. News media, all they want to do is brainwash you simple-minded niggas to follow what they just leading simple-minded people just gonna be led to the slaughterhouse, really. Shit, I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with having a firearm, but shit, you need to know when to use it and how to use it. 'Cause a lot of people don't even deserve to own one anyway or have one in their hand 'cause they about to damn play around with that shit, acting stupid and blow their brains out. Let me see, Matthew chapter 24, verse 12, and because of iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Now, I'm not saying I'm an advocate for God. I own some swords, but I'm just like, it's It's like whatever. It's like I don't go crazy over this shit. I don't clean my sword all the time and such. That shit got rust all in it. I'll keep it clean sort of and oiled up and that's it. But I ain't no crazy about this shit like Esau Edom is. Cause I know our weapons of warfare are not carnal, they spiritual. Or our weapons of warfare are spiritual, not carnal.
The most fatal case in this stretch was a shooting at an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas, that left 19 children and 2 teachers dead on the 24th of May.
Yeah, anyway. Let's go on to something else. There's always something going on. Say a 15-year-old and 2 Said 15-year-old killed officers on the. But I'm like, who was responsible for the shooting? I don't know. It's a mystery, I guess. Let me see. I guess I'll play this. It's talking about the car industry is about to explode.
They do not want you to hear this.
Oh my god, Otto's actually legit. I don't know, like, I'm not sure how they do it or how they find you all these state and local.
Hey, what's up guys? John here. We are witnessing, I believe, one of the biggest bubbles in U.S. history. It's the auto industry. The auto industry is going through a massive transition. And
everything's about to tank.
What we are seeing is we're seeing a lot of these vehicles switch to electric, whether it be Ford, whether it be Bentley, whether it be Mercedes. All of them are switching forward and going into electric vehicles. And so what will this look like in the face of our traditional combustion engine? I believe what we're going to be seeing here is we're going to see a massive, massive problem, a huge bubble, and it's going to blow up.
And where are they going to get all this lithium from? For the batteries. And then Them motherfuckers, people don't even know how to take care of these cars like that, unless they, the manufacturer's smart enough to put a program in for making it safe to charge up, and but there's not no charging station. How they pushing this shit, but they don't even properly have the resources set up for charging stations and to dig lithium and shit. You will have to require to use diesel Tonka trucks and bulldozers and mining machines to get all this resource. But anyway,
It's going to be the biggest bubble in history. Here's what I think is actually going to happen. So you might not know this, but the average card note in America is a whopping $712 per month. $712 per month. That is astounding. Then you factor in inflation costs of a whopping $460 per month.
and how much you think electric cars gonna cost? Shit, you think anybody gonna afford that shit? That's why, man, these devils are stupid. These niggas don't know how to rule nothing. They don't even have to rule themselves. Shit, man.
month. You had the 712.
That's what I say. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you speckled birds. I hope you take heed to these words from me and many other men scattered all over the world, either on the highways or hedges, or either doing videos warning y'all, man, to get your mind out of Babylon the Great, cause this bitch is about to blow. It ain't just Babylon the Great. It's either in different parts of the world, man. There's Israelites all over all over this earth, and get your mind out of this world, man. Ain't everything gonna be all right. It's only all right when you in this truth. You put your faith and your trust all into Yahweh Bashim Shah and praying for salvation
And the 460 together.
and doing away with your old ways of wickedness and repenting, man. I mean, I know I'm trying to do the same too. Speaking this for myself as well. You gotta do the best you can do to make it to the finish line.
You multiply it by 12 months.
And you won't be like these 2/3, especially these heathens, where they gonna be left behind. Well, forget about the heathens, but the 2/3, you don't be left behind with them niggas. They want to try to pull you down like crabs in a bucket or a barrel.
Months in a year. It's a newfound expense.
All right, yeah, let's get to some more stuff.
And then essentially, a whopping 14 million reached a record high of $712 in May. The amount that consumers must pay in order to afford new vehicles has once again risen. Estimated monthly car payments have increased 1.7% in May to $712. Now, mind you, Jerome Powell is scheduled to hike interest rates again and again and again and again. Yeah. So that $712 might turn into $725 to $750 to $800 as time progresses.
And what is the interest rate on houses? 7 point... Shit, I forgot. Right now, mine's is like 3.49. And that's it. But shit, for right now, 720. It's gonna be higher than that soon. Heck yeah. Let me finish up this video or play as much. Like once again, it was it. This is John, and there go the name of the video.
And the more expensive that car note becomes, and the more expensive gas becomes, the more people turn their vehicles in. We're even seeing right now auto lenders taking aggressive action to, try to get into forbearance programs, help people get into forbearance programs. Because if you think about this, imagine you were the one that sold all these vehicles 30% or 40% over sticker. And people put down $5,000 down, $7,000 down. They didn't have the best credit, but they put the money down, they were willing to sign on the dotted line. You said, okay, great, I'm gonna sell you this car. This $30,000 car for $45,000 or $40,000, and you put your $5,000 down, and I'm essentially financing the vehicle 100 plus, probably 120% over sticker, right? I'm financing that. If you turn the car in and I'm forced to sell it at the same time when everyone else is getting their cars, returned, there's going to be more sellers than buyers, and I may end up taking a 40% or 50% loss by taking the car back. That probably doesn't make sense for me to do that. So I want to try to I'm going to issue some type of forbearance or something, we can work together on this. We're seeing more and more dealers and lenders work on these types of programs. And I think that this is going to be a growing trend, but I think that eventually...
Yeah, it's not going to look so great. Well, anyway, I know this vitriol, what they talk about, is like food, but shoot, now, those vitriol, they say good and cheap. I was just thinking about reading this, 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 21. Behold, visuals shall be good. Visuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Yup. So they thinking that daggone, especially these folks that's in the housing market, they thinking they can start flipping cars. I'm like, flipping houses. I'm like, how you gonna be able to flip a house when the house costs more than it's not like it was back in 2008 and all that was going on. And you could buy a house for $100,000 house it used to be, uh, and you could buy it for $40,000 and then flip it and make $100,000. No. If it's 100,000, if the house was $100,000 last year, it's gonna be $200,000 this year. There ain't gonna be no flipping. I don't know, man. This shit is about to go. And yeah, that's why you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans better be seeking Yahweh by Shema Shah. And I don't want to forget about you speckled birds or you Israelite foreigners. Just feeling this. You might not feel how I talk and all that, but hey, this is some urgent news. You better get ready. Because the Lord's coming back, and then right now, Yahweh by Shema Shah is spiritually destroying this place. This whole world is about to fall, this wicked world. And you better get your act together. I know I need to get mine too. Let's get to another video. I don't want to play this too long. I got more to play. You got Dabu 7 talking about some hacking. Pretty much they're going to be messing with the communications. They're going to lead to famine.
If you find exercise hard, you need one of these. All you need is 3 minutes. And once you try it, you'll never.
This is Dabu 7. We're now finding out that China has been targeting major telecom companies here in the United States. And not just the companies, they're going after the devices. And this could affect a lot of people because they're using these devices as the back door into getting the people. They've been doing this for at least the past several years. And in this latest wave, they're saying that the hackers are utilizing open source tools, one such as Routersploit and Routerscan. And they bring up these groups that the FBI have dubbed, as you can see here on this one.
And nothing but Asian looking people. FBI most wanted. Well, I won't say this for leading the famine of the word, but it can. I mean, they can come up, make up some excuse and say we got to shut down the internet temporarily, or either they just pull the plug on the power. I don't know what they're gonna do, but shoot.
An Apt 41 group. The Apt 40 group before this was heavily talked about how they were going in and they were stealing upwards of 200 million Americans' credentials through doing all this. Most of the people oblivious to this stuff. The mainstream media doesn't seem to want to touch on any of these topics. And this is malicious cyber activities coming out of China. They've been warning about it left and right.
Oh shit! United States probably been selling this stuff to China and all these other countries. Like they give a fuck. And then see, this shows you infrastructure is weak. The nation is weak. The military is weak. Don't be fooled by all the toys they got. A lot of the toys ain't even developed in the United States. It was developed somewhere else in other countries and shit. And United States morale is weak, and society is weak. And I mean, how can you win? And pretty much it's purposely being weakened anyway, and then plus the Lord is weakening these niggas anyway. Yahweh Shema Shah weakening America. But these devils that's really running the show, they through with America. They don't care. They don't look at America as a superpower no more. It's time to get rid of the old and bring in some new. And they supposedly think China and Russia gonna be the new. No, Israel gonna be the new. And I ain't talking about Israel as in the state of Israel where these phonies live over there in our old land. No, we're talking about you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you speckled birds, the elect of Israel, chosen by Yahweh by Shema Shah.
In these days and times, with so much going on, it's hard to put a finger on exactly who's doing what. Sometimes it's countries' own governments that are pulling things off.
Yeah, like I just said earlier.
But in this case, here on this world stage, it seems to be a definite that China and the US, and throw Russia in there as well, they're going back and forth with these cyber attacks. We've seen universities hit, hospitals, pretty much everything under the sun. It's what day is the big day where they're going to hit all of them together in tandem and cause a major disruption here in the United States and maybe all of North America. Well, this is the latest. Wanted to update everybody. I'm going to go into further detail on the live stream. Make sure to join me. Going live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern on DLive. You'll find links below. Hit that subscribe button and that bell notification to get notified for my future videos.
Much love. Anyway, I don't care. Anyway, yeah, this brings famine of the word. Cause all this hacking and shit, they might have to. They want to make them an excuse and shit to pull the plug on the internet. If they do that way, I don't know how they're gonna do it. But let's get to a scripture. Uh, Amos chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, said the Lord Yahweh Shemashah, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh Shemashah. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord Yahweh Shemashah, and shall not find it. It in the day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. Yeah, they looking for that water to drink, that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. But it's not given to y'all 'cause it's too late now. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is about to close that door, and the prophet's going to be put away. Yeah, the internet gonna get shut down, and nobody ain't gonna be on the streets. I mean, no prophet's gonna be on the streets. It's gonna be too daggone dangerous and too hectic, and people gonna be, would you be on the streets? I wouldn't be. Shit, I'm gonna put my life on the line. Lord, no, I mean, common sense. Lord gave you a brain. If you see how hectic the world, if you trying to walk into danger, you might need no. If there's danger ahead of you, it's best for you to take another direction around it. Maybe you don't want to go that way. So anyway, let's go to this one. This fruity ass Navy crap. Was it called for uprise? I ain't gonna play that too long.
Hello, John Najarian here at the NASDAQ with the CF.
Who cares?
If you've ever had
And the Navy is preparing as well, and everybody needs to know about.
As you can see, Pride Month. Here's how the Navy is training sailors on proper gender pronouns. Yeah, shit. See, this is Babylon for you. The military is weak. They military is fucking weak.
This, the Navy is doing.
You think Russia teaching all their military branches all this crap? No. You think China? Hell no. China, they got a goddamn program. They noticed that their boys are turning feminist, so they like, fuck this shit. We need to get back to the old ways to turn our boys into men at an early age, because, we need to toughen up. But you got America, damn. These folks stupid as hell don't realize America is not tough like it used to be. You got a bunch of shit talkers, and you got a lot of barkers, but not no biters. Shit.
What they can to get ready for what's coming. So you might say, well, what? What are they preparing for? Well, they're
having well, I guess they getting ready for a transgender war. World War III is gonna be mostly trans. Like shit, nah, nigga. It's gonna be fire, hot lead, missiles, warheads, whatever else. And then no ICBM missile warheads gonna be dropping cluster bombs and all that, man. They're like, man, these shit. Look at all this. That shit don't make no damn sense.
preparing, obviously, to learn about gender pronouns. Yeah, important stuff. You know, your tax money going towards the people who are supposed to protect the seas. Now, I know it's the Navy, it's not the Army, but this is going to spread to the Army and everywhere else. And yeah, I get it. I was just kind of, making light of a situation, but this really gives a whole new term.
And this is gonna be at a critical point in how you say it. This is some critical times we living in. Some crazy times we living in. And these niggas, I mean, if I had an army, I would not be promoting this shit. But for some reason, they gotta promote this shit. I remember it was back when it was Army Strong, Army Tough, back in the 80s and 90s, seeing those commercials and ads. Now it's like pronouns and like he, she's, and theys, and eliminating guys because you be throwing in the girls in a bunch with the guys, the males. Anyway.
In the Navy.
Oh, I'm gonna get a strike. Uh-oh. Let's back up.
To us in conversations.
Using the right pronouns is a really simple way to affirm someone's identity. It is a signal of acceptance and respect.
If it's a signal of acceptance and respect, how do we go about creating a safe space?
Even them niggas get confused. I was watching this video earlier. Even them two got confused about this shit.
For everybody.
That's a good question.
And see, they had cut that shit because she was gonna keep talking, but she fucked up saying something.
A really good way to do that is to use inclusive language. Instead of saying something like, hey guys, you can say, hey everyone, or hey team.
Yeah, and now that you say that, another way that we could show that we're allies and that we accept everybody is to maybe include our pronouns in our emails, or like we just did, introduce ourselves using our pronouns.
But what would I do if I misgender someone?
I think the first thing to recognize is that it's not the end of the world. You correct yourself and move on, or you.
But it is the end of the world of this shit. If Esau Edom's kingdom / queendom, this wicked ass place. Shit, do you know this the end when they got this shit going on, promoting it in the military branches? Well, you got Navy, but they've been promoting in these other branches. I said they're gonna do that with the Marines or the Green Berets. Shit, the Green Berets, they army, right? They just, I don't know.
You accept the correction and move on. The most important thing I can tell you is do not put the burden of making you feel good about your mistake on the person that you just misgendered.
Oh, thank you for telling me that.
Yeah, and another tip.
I was like, oh, the relief. Thank you for telling me that, because I was about to get confused. And this is the land of confusion, man. Get the fuck out of here. Because this bitch about to blow up. Anyway, I don't want to play this video too long. I'm getting tired of looking at these rainbow shit. I'd rather see the real rainbow that's up in the sky, that's natural, coming from a spiritual power that's unimaginable, but is real. And it's not it, it's he. And we ain't going over that gender shit. He, it, all that bullshit. It's he. And it's they. Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. Let's get to this last video and I'll be out, done, over. The entire airline industry is collapsing. Yeah, no shit.
Hey, what's up, guys? John here. Thousands and thousands of flights have been canceled over the last few days. And what I think is going to happen next is going to really transform the entire aviation industry and our lives greater than you could ever imagine. What I think we're going to start to see is a combination of problems. One is going to be rising oil prices. Two is we are going to see rising labor costs. People are going to demand more money because of inflation. We're going to see more turnover in the aviation industry. People are going to be leaving their careers. And then three, the supply chain issues are also going to pose a big problem with flight parts. We're going to start to see more disruption in the aviation industry, and I think that's going to...
Yeah, I'm hearing like people who, mechanics working on airplanes, they need parts right now, and it's critical parts or either bolts and nuts and such, and they can't get them. Hey, when you can't get these parts, them planes ain't going nowhere. And then you ain't no telling what kind of quality those parts gonna be in. They might be shit. Hey, whatever. Anyway, this place, yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. Anyway, let's go back to the video.
pose a couple problems for us. What I think is going to happen is that the low-cost providers are likely going to get acquired. And why are they going to get acquired? Well, because their business model is based on selling cheap flights. Look at Spirit and JetBlue. They sell flights for 150, $100. You can go on a lot of these cheap apps and find these flights for, almost nothing. But how do they keep these prices low when all their costs are rising? Well, they don't. They're going to have to increase prices. What I think is very likely to happen here is we're going to see other airlines step in and start acquiring these small and affordable carriers. And why are they going to do this? Well, because if they acquire them, then they're going to be able to control pricing and bring prices up, and they're going to have market share. Now, I think a couple other things are going to happen here too. You have these thousands and thousands of flights that are being canceled. I think there's going to be more instability inside of the aviation industry, and I think that we're going to start to see people that are making $150,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year look to their other friends that are making $150,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year and say, hey, look, I can afford $1,000 a month. Can you afford $1,000 a month? Yes. Can you? Yes. Can you? Yes. Okay, great. Let's take 25% ownership of a small single-engine plane or a small dual-engine plane, and then one of us can get a private pilot's license. $200 an hour to fly, which is grappling with the double whammy from a rare combination of strong U.S. dollar and high oil prices at a time when broader inflationary pressures and worker shortages are also placing pressure on the pandemic-hit industry's recovery. The oil price and the U.S. dollar typically have an inverse relationship, so that when one is high, the other is low, helping to even out the financial impact on the airlines that operate in other currencies. The correlation, however, has broken down in recent months when the war in Ukraine causing a spike in oil prices at a time when the United States is on a net oil exporter and the U.S. dollar receiving a boost from the interest rates rising designed to temper inflation. Airlines gathering at the International Air Transport Association annual meeting in Doha this week expressed concerns about the oil price and the U.S. dollar rising in tandem. For airlines, it is not good at all. It's a perfect storm. Tony Weber, a former chief economist in Australia's Qantas Air. The U.S. Trade Weighted Real Exchange Rate Index established in 2000 tourism market in Hawaii. We're also going to see some unique...
Pretty much you get the point. Everything's going up. Traveling, retail stuff you buying, stuff you want to go and eat, stuff entertainment is more expensive, venues and all that stuff, concerts, sporting events, extra fees added to your banking, houses, interest rate going up on cars and houses and yada 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 yada. Yep. All I gotta say is Jeremiah chapter 30. No, Jeremiah chapter 30. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. So pretty much, this place is through. Put a fork in it. Pretty much let this bitch bleed. Bleed out till it pass out. This country is through. Let's get to Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because there are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Yeah, because that's not gonna look. It's gonna look pretty grim and bad. And the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. That be the workers. And all the work and the people ain't gonna be doing nothing because there ain't what is gonna be a shutdown, And then plus not just a shutdown. Hell, there's no business out. Nobody ain't working. Nobody don't want to go to work. I'm like, they got hiring signs here, hiring signs there. Now, if you looking for a job, you can get a job anywhere. These people are desperate. Look for anybody. But some people that too proudful, they don't want to humble down. I mean, they left jobs. They left jobs paying 100 grand a year. Now they don't want to work a job that's paying them 20,000 or maybe less than that. Cause shit, I mean, I would. I won't give a fuck. And it'd be kind of job that like I wouldn't have to really care. I'll just be here for a check, and I can go somewhere else. Shit. But anyway, especially if they desperate. How? I mean, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Yeah, the music sucks, and entertainment too. It's nothing good anymore. It's nothing but garbage, and all they doing is pushing these agendas, these LGBTQ and XYZ agendas, and all this bull crap, pronouns and whatever. Oh my goodness. Anyway, man, all the men out there scattered all over the world teaching this truth and nothing but the truth in the name and in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah. Keep on teaching, keep on pushing, keep on preaching, and warning these Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, or you Hebrew Israelites, you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you speckled birds. Times are getting pretty hectic and bad. You better seek the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, when you still can. Cause eventually everything gonna be shut down. From the power to the internet to the water to the roads to everything. It won't be like it used to be. No, no, no. That's why you get with Yahweh by Shema Shah. He will show you the way. You gotta have your faith and have your trust in Yahweh by Shema Shah. Yep. But all the men that's out there doing this work, keep the faith strong, stay humble, and all the women out there that believe in Yahweh by Shema Shah, keep the faith strong, stay humble, stay in order with your man. If you ain't got a man, stay in order with Yahweh by Shema Shah. To the hopeful elect, peace and blessings to you all, and all praise to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah. Shalom.